Be Simone, man.
Be Simone. I just looked at it today, and it's kind of like, ooh. Her, I guess she had a podcast with her and her friend, and they talked about the highs and the lows, and B. Simone wasn't supportive to her friend highs at that moment.
So let's get into it. We got a video for this. Let's check her out.
Like that. I think about all the things I did in my past for people, for friends, for niggas, for family, for the wrong people. The money I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend.
And then let me tell you, I'm going to get there. And I've done all that. And then the right people come around that have the purest heart, that love you so much, and you're stifling and you're looking and you're paranoid and you looking people up and down and it's anxiety. That's not coming from a healed place. It's coming from, like you said, bitterness. Yeah. Okay. It's like a guard is up.
Yeah.
I've never been like that in my life. And I feel like I'm coming out of that slowly.
Yeah.
But there was a little moment where I had it, like I was heavy. I was like, and I was aware. I was like, I do not want to be like this.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I hear it in my tone. Like, I agree with you. I can't even say I disagree with you. I feel it.
Yeah. You were like,
pain.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let's catch it.
Yeah.
Let's catch it.
Yeah. You were swallowing it though, because you didn't have nothing. Okay.
But what were you going to say and think about how I feel as your...
I mean, this was the hardest season of my life this last year. And sometimes from the public perception, it's like being a best friend with a celebrity. Everybody thinks that, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, when I tell you, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom, all this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like, I love from depths of my soul, and I can't nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid. Because I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest because everybody around you, they're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right now. All this year.
In less than 12 months.
What? But I said all that to say, like, I don't even know what was it?
Just not being resentful. And it's both. It's you knowing, that's not your responsibility. And it's me knowing I can help the right people.
Yeah. But the flip side of that is like, okay, not me. Everybody has their own lesson.
Right.
Mine is like, okay, don't be resentful. But you were trying to fight through bitterness or unforgiveness, whatever.
I did that already.
Right. But it's like, okay, if God told you to give Shekinah some money,
right,
would you listen, or would you allow would you allow what you did in the
resentment
past
and the bitterness
to come between that? Everybody has a responsibility in
not
a relationship.
Even Shekinah some money, anything. If God said it, just because you were heartbroken, if God said go, that's your husband, but now you fearful because the last nigga cheated. You done missed out on
the whole blessing.
The whole blessing.
Yep.
Why do people be saying God said? I don't understand that.
They use it for their benefits.
Hmm?
Oh no. I'm like, they use it for their benefits when they want to.
God said that's your.
When they want, ain't nobody gonna question. If you say that God said it, I'm not gonna question it.
But God ain't said nothing to you.
But we don't know. Technically, we don't know what He said it. But sometimes people use that as
like He didn't physically say anything to you.
I don't think they're saying physically, but
how
you
they
know,
make it sound like God said, and then what God they talking about? How we know? There's so many gods out here.
That's true. And half the time you see people with a cross on, a Buddha, the hand, and they just,
Oh, man, my bad. But let's see what else you got to say.
Can't let the past pain and the past heartbreak and the past relationship breakup and the past anger and sadness and brokenness keep you from doing it again, trying it again.
Oh, Lord.
What? Why not? You don't want to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't clock in and clock out. Damn, be Simone.
Just my finances. Like the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M. I just don't.
Yeah, that shit is funny. You should even hear that shit. That's crazy. Yeah. We had to go to H&M.
Listen. I can't give her too much energy.
All right, go ahead.
Again, I can't give her too much energy because she went from talking about how she helped others, she gave them money, she paid for divorces, she paid for houses, didn't help her friend that she knew was struggling for the year. Then to say that how she don't have the liquid finance that she used to have and she can no longer shop at Bloomingdale, she has to go to H&M. What?
Yeah, that shit crazy. That shit is...
Some stuff we just need to keep to ourselves.
Yeah, I mean,
baby girl, that ain't your friend. Because even if you didn't want to take the money, she would still offer it.
Yeah.
Because that not one time did we hear we say, "Oh, I offered to help, and I used to try to give you stuff, but you just wanted to do it on your own." And I respect that. You didn't hear that not one time.
Yeah.
Not in the clips I seen, because I couldn't sit through the podcast to watch it.
Yeah, it seemed like she a little self-centered, I guess. Maybe.
And then when her friend had a opportunity to, something happen, she got this job opportunity. They talked about how she wasn't happy about that. Like she hung up and had to call her back.
Oh, about her.
Because she was convicted. What the fuck does that mean?
Did you look it up?
Convicted felon. Convicted to the spending.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, I'm kind of with you with the, that's not a friend because if especially, I'm assuming that she was around you before you got rich, evidently.
Absolutely.
And once you got rich, got money, and instead of helping the ones that was around you before these other so-called friends came around, you were helping the new friends, I guess, that you felt like that accepted you or whatever the case may be. You was helping those people and I guess got burnt. So that made you not even help the real friends that was around you before these other ones came along.
Like she said, she paid for somebody divorced. What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're going to have to figure it out. Unless it's something so severe that, you need to get out of this situation and cut all ties, then I get it. But I'm not paying for no goddamn divorce. Nor am I buying nobody a house if it ain't my mama.
Yeah. So she was just doing shit.
She was just, being not responsible with her finances, and maybe she ain't on wilding out like she used to, or doing other stuff that liquid finance is not what it was before. So now you gotta kind of monitor. Say, okay, I can't go to Bloomingdale's. I gotta go to H&M.
I can't help my friends no more.
I can't help my one friend that really need it.
Yeah. Yeah,
H&M is fucking expensive, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know shit about H&M, but I can.
When I went in there, they was expensive. Yeah. I would turn my black ass right on the brown. Said, this ain't for you.
For her to be a so-called friend, that is crazy to hear what that young lady went through in the last year. And she ain't asked for no help, but it's like, damn. And I guess not to have that resentment towards her. That I don't know. That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing that she said, I seen you write a check for somebody else for a lot of money, and like, bitch, what? And I can't get $20 from you?
Now, she a good friend for standing by her, because I just disconnected myself.
And then on top of that, I didn't know that you just said it. I get employed by whoever I get employed by. And now you're calling me talking about some fucking... what'd you say she said?
So the best friend said she was offered the opportunity, and she called B. Simone to tell her about it, and her response was dry.
Okay.
And they got off the phone, and she had to call her back like, I was convicted because I'm normally the person that put people on. So for you to get put on for somebody else, not in those exact words, but I elaborated. For you to get put on by somebody else, she kind of felt some type of way. Is what I got out of it.
Oh yeah, she full of shit. Yeah, she full of shit.
Not those exact words or how she said it, but that's basically what I got out of it. Yes.
Yeah. And then on top of that, for that to be your best friend, supposedly, you had put her on a long time ago.
I call you with some good news and you dry. That's for anybody.
Yeah, but I'm saying just in general, when she was on, and I guess now that you feel like she got put on by somebody else and not you, you should have put her on a long time ago.
Even if not, you should be happy that she got put on by herself.
That is true, but what I'm saying is,
that's how you know that people like to hang stuff over your head.
Yeah, but I'm saying like she should have already been put on prior. I mean, I get what you're saying.
I get that as well.
It should have been something already set up where they was already doing something together, and in the midst of them doing shit together, she could have got put on by you because she's working with you or working for you or whatever the case may be.
And it depends on what the put on is, because clearly it's not something that they're doing together. The friend ventured off and did something else.
So it could be that she's realizing that she ain't a real friend.
Or she's realizing that not everybody needs her.
Yeah, and or it could be that, I can use you as a stepping stone to get somewhere else.
But the friend that did that, because she's standing by her.
I mean, she did move. I mean, I think in that situation, if, I call you with good news and you be convicted to whatever the fuck and call me back on some bullshit, you should be eyes wide open now. Like, you know what? I see what this is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say shit, but I understand it. I see what it is, and I know how to
put that in the mental bank.
I know how to love you from a distance.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We can be cool, but we just cool from a distance. That's all. Because it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about me. It's not about it's all about you. It seemed like, you know what I mean? So I would say, yeah, go ahead and I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. But do what you're doing, man. Keep moving forward. You can always be friends and love other people from a distance. That's all.
Yep.
I would just do that. And go on about your success and keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look back. Because sometimes you need to shave off the so-called friends that you have. They could be holding you back.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta shake them off.
Mm-hmm.